You guys, good morning for my morning ritual. Good morning. Hey.
那现在国内情况严重吗？
国内基本上都已经好了诶。
This is what you do when being quarantined at home. You're gonna. I don't think he likes it.
I think he's fine. Look at him, he's chilling.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Luna over here. So I am a real estate agent here in Philly, and it is day 3 of the quarantine. So starting out today's video, I kind of want to show you guys what I've been doing lately and how I've stocked up on groceries. I went to the grocery store a couple days ago. So my apartment is a huge mess. So this is like my setup. I'm about to film a video and then also do a collaboration very soon, but I'm gonna show you guys my fridge first. So this is what I have right now. Look up my freezer: frozen pizza, meat, waffles, and just a bunch of stuff. So canned stuff too. So we're really trying to stay on for the long haul, just not risking it. We're not really going anywhere at the moment. So I hope you guys are doing well. Stay at home, be positive, and yeah, it should be, you know, over before you know it. So let's get into today's video. Okay, you guys, so in today's video, I'm gonna be covering a topic, the 5 things that did not help me as a new real estate agent. So out there are different ways that you can do as a new real estate agent. There are door knocking, calling expires, FISBO, open houses, working with buyers, starting with rentals, you name it. There's so many other ways. So the key for you to be successful is to find a way that you are comfortable of working and be consistent. And that way, you know, that will be your niche and you're gonna build your business by doing that specific way. But right now, the 2 ways that work the best for me is 1, prospecting, calling neighborhoods, and also social media marketing, where I mean mostly is YouTube, Instagram, and also Zillow. So I market myself as a local agent on a couple zip codes. I do purchase Zillow Premier Agent, so that way, you know, I build my brand and I get seller leads from Zillow as well. So these are the 2 ways that I do. But in the video, I'm going to cover 5 ways that it didn't really work out for me. So quick disclaimer, I'm gonna talk about those 5 ways due to my experience, but I'm not saying it's not gonna work out for you. It's just my personal opinion. So let's get into the first one. The first one is open houses. And when I was new, I have done a lot of open houses, and I hate doing them because I feel like it's a waste of time. It takes time, it takes a lot of planning. You have to bring signs and you gotta sit there. And most importantly, I find it's hard, specifically for new agent, to get opportunity to do a mega open house. So a mega open house is usually when a brand new listing went up the market. The following weekend, they'll put a open house. And that is the big open house where buyers will come, near neighbors will come, you will get a lot of good quality leads. But if you're not the listing agent, a lot of chances, if you're new, you're not gonna be given the chance to host mega open houses, which is why I think if you want to be more focused on open houses, but you cannot get the chance to get mega open houses, I think it's a waste of time. And then also, not to mention, it takes up your time of the weekend where you cannot rest, you cannot spend time with family. You also take up times, especially for female, there's safety issues as well because you're gonna be sitting at the open house by yourself. So that's why it didn't work out for me, and I don't really like open houses. And the next one is expired. So I know there are a few agents who have massive success of calling expired data. However, in my area, the average home price in Philly is around 200,000 to 250. If I start calling expires, I will be calling a very broad range, and I'll drive up to a listing appointment for maybe even 45 to 1 hour just to get there. And when I get to the expired seller, a lot of time I find that they are very hard to close. Even if you get them signed, the listing itself is really hard to put it under contract. Because if you think about it, why would they go on expired to begin with? They must not have to sell. If they are have to sell seller, when they are listed with the previous agent, I'm sure the agent will tell them to do a price reduction. If they have to sell, they will reduce the price. But because they didn't, that means they don't really have to sell. They are lack of motivation, which is not a very good lead if you are trying to focus on efficient listing. So that's kind of how I look at expires. And the next one is door knocking. I'm against door knocking, maybe because I'm female. I don't really like that approach because it's not safe for you just to knock on doors of different neighborhoods if you're by yourself. But if you're a guy, you know, you're new, you have no other ways, door knocking is very inexpensive. But I don't think door knocking by any means is efficient, because due to the weather, due to the man labor, you know, it's very hard for you to be on a day to knock on 500 to 1,000 doors. But on the phone with a triple line dialing system, it's very possible for you to be on the phone for 4-6 hours to call, you know, 1,000 to 1,200 calls numbers in one day, and it's more sustainable in my opinion as well. So I definitely prefer cold calling versus door knocking. The fourth thing that did not work out for me but work out for other people, I will say, is luxury listings. So as new, I find that luxury listing is the way to go. It makes you look so pretty, you get to dress up, and you know, $500,000 houses, your commission is gonna be like 20 to 30,000 if it's like $1 million listing. But what I find out is if the house is more than average price in your area, it tends to take a lot longer to sell. So if it's an average home that priced it right, it might took average day on the market 50-60 days. But however, it is a luxury listing, imagine normal people won't really have that much money in the bank to buy a you know, $500,000 home or even a couple $1 million home. They're not gonna have that much cash flow, and not to mention they have to be very rich in order to be pre-approved to buy that kind of luxury houses. So it took a lot longer for you to sell. It also take you more time and energy to maintain and keeping the listing and also marketing it. So story time. I did have a luxury listing last year. It was right under $1 million, and we hosted open house 4 or 5 times, and at the beginning we do have a lot of people who are interested. We have, you know, almost 7 to 8 leads, and I followed up with them, but it was very low conversion rate. And then the open house afterwards, it just tend to kind of waste of time because nobody really showed up. We did 2 price drops, and then we had it on the contract after several months, and the buyer's financing fell through. So after all 6 months of hard work, and you know, we expired, but it didn't work out for either party, and that kind of just turned down my confidence and just kind of turned down how I feel about luxury listings. And I'm sure if you are someone who wants to focus on luxury listings, there are ways for you to be successful as well. But if you're just a new agent, you have no experience, and you want to start building that pipeline, I just don't think that is the way for you either. So last but not least, I don't think that it worked out for me. It's quite obvious, is to be networking with real estate brokers or lenders. Because if you think about it, lenders, brokers, they tend to make money off from you. If you have a potential buyer, they need a financing person, they need to get a loan, you can refer them to your favorite lender. They can make a deal. but I rarely ever heard somebody who get a lead from their lender. I've never gotten any lead from my lender. Now that I don't even work with any lenders because I primarily work with sellers, so it didn't really make any sense for me to network with lenders, let alone with real estate brokers. Because if you are new, yes, interviewing different brokerage to find who is the best broker for you, who can give you the best guidance. But once you are already in a brokerage, it doesn't make any sense for you to network with any other broker. I mean, if you are trying to look for off-market property to find great deals for your investor, maybe that's a only reason why. But if you're thinking about other broker might give you a lead, that's very unlikely unless they gave you the lead and they're trying to recruit you later on to join their brokerage. That could be the only reason why. So in my opinion, I think if you're a new agent, don't get too distracted. You know, find out a way that actually works for you and just focus on doing that one or two things and avoid all the other distractions. And then that is the key to success. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and be sure to comment fortune cookie down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and hit like for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.